3 videos in a row. It's like 2016. Welcome back. So then, viewers, how are we? Welcome. Now, of course, we've played a few matches since we last met, and the final 6 games, I'm going to bring you all of them because we have a chance at a title. 3 points behind Manchester City, who we mentioned last episode, at the very start of last episode, have, I'm going to call it the run of death. It's horrendous, really. Chelsea, AC Milan, and of course, if they make it through the Champions League, some tougher games, as well as Thames, Thames, Tottenham, Manchester United, and Thames FC. So they could fall apart at any moment, I feel like. Thames FC are a 6-point gap behind us now as well. We've managed to create a 10-point gap between ourselves and Leicester, and that then in part is helped by our most recent results. After the 4-4 against Thames last time out, then a 2-0 victory over Newcastle United, 1-1 against Stoke. And I realise that if I'd have won that, would have been in a really quite strong position. Derby County, Bristol City, Wolves, all beaten pretty handedly, actually. Some really good performances. Trout, Randrup on the score sheet in every game. Randrup, he's better than I'd anticipated, and I'm very happy about it. Today then, 2 of the easier games left, in theory, West Ham and Leicester City. I think the important thing in these episodes, and it's been mentioned a few times over the years, is that I need to stay concentrated on what is happening on the screen. Trout has had a fantastic season. Focus on getting the best out of him by making smart decisions in-game. Okay, good? Yes. I'm sort of just talking to myself there. All right, West Ham then, they are at first, 15th in the league table, just below Tottenham, who have had a drop-off year, let's call it, before we play Leicester after that, who have had a slightly better year. Okay then, running you through the team then for this game. Nee will be in goal. A few people unsure if we'd sign that free transfer English goalkeeper. He went somewhere else. So forget about him. That's just the summary for that. Okay, so at right back then, Steele's going to come in at left back. Yordi's not going to play in this first game. Will definitely feature in the one against Leicester, but not quite ready to go. Steele is okay. He's like a solid enough left back with decent crossing ability. I'm not too worried about it. Pintado and Braziz. Pintado, by the way, we don't really talk about enough, is fantastic and really, really good. Yeah, he's a superstar of this side. Salatiel and Juan Jose in the centre. Doles is going to come in because Melon's got a bit of an injury at the moment, or it's not an injury so much, but lacking the fitness required. In fact, we might even put him on the bench in case we need to bring him on later on in the game. We'll gamble the goalkeeper. Rancho one side. Walk on the left-hand side as well. Another injury. Aganovic can't play for us. He's got poor knee ligaments. All these players could well be back for the next one, so that's good news. Right then, let's get into it. Here we go. Okay, we are very much at a point now where our results are very important, but keeping an eye on what happens with City also very important. We don't want to get too distracted though. We've got to do our job. Again, 2 games today, 2 games tomorrow, 2 games on Friday. Like we're here, viewers. We're back. I told you. I warned you. And who knows? We might be able to pull off something pretty spectacular. I mean, I can't. From 11th to being where we are now to being a contender, I didn't necessarily expect it. We'll just pull this out and have the latest scores on screen when we get opportunity to. Whereas this is too fast for me. I do this every time, viewers. I put it up and then I have to bring it back down again. Ball played in, Trout. It's a wonderful goal that's not going to count. It's offside. As we can just do these latest scores here then. City are playing. I can't read, viewers. Chelsea. Okay, so one of their first big games already. And we're hoping Chelsea do us a bit of a favour as the first chance that we have, is ruled out. Still puts the ball in. Is he well off? He's well off. I don't mean financially, although his contract is very good. So who knows? I think the reality of this season, though, with 6 games to go, is that we will probably, like more often than not now, qualify for the Champions League. Thames FC have got a goal down. Leicester doing okay against Everton, as we've dominated the game in terms of possession and chances, but we've not really seen anything as of yet. Because we're so on top, I'm going to go to positive, see if we can maybe just force that goal a little more, maybe have that attitude of, well, come on then, let's finally score, as West Ham give the ball away in a very, very dangerous area. And if I know Football Manager, they will be punished. Salatiel with... They've been punished by his second goal of the season. What a goal it was. An absolute screamer from the edge of the box. Yeah, that was outrageous. Speaking of very talented midfielders, Ebo, like everyone commented yesterday, like he is the best player they've seen. I put it on Twitter as well. Most people are saying, yeah, he's outrageous. I will try and sign him. They've accepted an offer of 90 million, but he, right now, because of my reputation, he's got no interest. If we qualify for the Champions League, he might become interested out of nowhere. So I'm going to do everything I can to sign him, because that is a game-changing talent, if ever I've seen one. As West Ham come forward, it's a very simple ball forward and a big, big missed opportunity. West Ham should have done better. As City, with Celia, who we know is a very talented forward for them, have taken the lead, which is very, very frustrating. but it's going to happen, right? Home side, you'd probably expect it. As Randrup's on it there. Their player on a yellow card tries to take him out, doesn't do a very good job at it. Randrup continues forwards. If he can get the ball into the middle, he's eventually blocked off by Burke, and we will recycle possession again. And this highlight, I don't know about you viewers, doesn't seem over quite yet. Ball to the back post, Walks there, pulls it back for Trout to guarantee viewers every single game it feels like. It's Thames 2, West Ham 0, and the perfect start to today's episode. He says over 5 minutes in. All right, now we could do Chelsea doing us a favour as half-time, then a great time to score just before the whistle went. We'll tell them they're doing fantastically and try and focus on Chelsea doing the business. Liverpool currently drawing as well, so they go ahead of Thames with that extra point because Thames are losing. But again, I'm thinking about that gap between ourselves and 5th right now. And of course, we're about to play Leicester after this game. I like the fact that we're going to be in the Champions League next season. For those that have watched this from, well, a lot of months ago now, like the fact we're contending for a Champions League place with ease is very, very weird. Like, I love the team I've got. I think we've built a really good 11 especially, and I think some of the players off the bench can improve, and that's where next season going into the Champions League we'll have to do that. But man, I'm so happy with what we've got here. Is Steele at left back. He's eyeing that up there, viewers. Could you tell? As the ball forwards, he's knocked down, and West Ham, I hope they're done, but it doesn't look as if they are. Ramirez on this left-hand side, back it goes, and they continue to work and probe for an equaliser, a goal back in the game to put them closer towards an equaliser maybe, as Knee saves a pretty disappointing shot. It was offside anyway. We should probably think about changes. Randrup is a little tired. Jakob's going to come in for him, I think, and then maybe bring Malon, who's lacking a bit of fitness, in for Doles. I think that makes the most sense. 20 minutes to go. Again, get him a bit of fitness. Of course, I'm still focused on the Etihad. Will there be a late goal for Chelsea? Salatiel already got one fantastic goal this game. Looking for another. Doesn't quite get it. I am hoping, if Chelsea do anything, just knock a point off, knock a couple of points off, that would be huge for us. Thames have got a goal back in their game as well. It's drama filled, viewers, and this run in, as we've seen from the teams we play, the team City play, is going to be dramatic one way or the other, and we have to try and stay momentum filled, is the phrase I'm going to use, as Jakob does brilliantly to cut inside, blimey, making them look easy to play against. Goodness me, drives all the way through, gets a shot off, unlucky in the end that it doesn't go in really, but 2-0, 10 minutes to go. It's probably comfortable. I mean, we went on to positive earlier on. We're going back to balanced. I think the smart thing now to do is to waste all the time possible in the final 10 minutes. Don't give them a way back in. And of course, a Chelsea goal. Can I make it happen? No, it didn't happen. That would have been spectacular, but no. Final highlight of the game then. Final chance for Chelsea to do something. It looks as if we're going to win this game pretty comfortably at the end. Is Trout going to make it 3? Of course he is. Leon Trout trying to get that goal per game back for this season. He lost it. I think he's lost it a little bit, if I'm not mistaken. But there we go. 3-0 against West Ham, a local rival, of course. One of the first rivals of Thames FC. And yeah, a lovely ball forward. Trout, great first touch. That chest control was beautiful. And the strike, that wasn't bad either. He is something, viewers. He really is, as West Ham trying their best. Final check-in at Chelsea, nothing so far. Are we going to get another goal here? Jakob racing forwards. It seems unnecessary as the keeper keeps it out. A little bit of pride saved, maybe. But yeah, we're still 3 points behind. We are 9 points clear of third, though. Thames FC have lost. Liverpool, I think, have drawn. So, I mean, it's been a real good weekend for us, other than the fact that City have probably won their game. Let's check that out then. A really dominant display, actually. Really impressive. West Ham maybe deserved a goal, but didn't get it. Missed that big chance towards sort of the 80th minute mark. But there we go then. Lovely. Oh, there's an energy about this episode, viewers, and it feels good. Leicester to come then. Beat West Ham, a team we probably should be beating. Can we do the same against a slightly more capable Leicester? It's time to find out. As yeah, confirmed then. City stay 3 points top. Our goal difference is so much better than theirs. I didn't even notice. And that game will certainly help too. Right. Let's march on towards Leicester. I'll see you in just a moment. Do you know, before we play Leicester, which is today, a few changes will have to be made to the team. We talked about that before. I showed you Bo yesterday, and he is one of the best attacking players I've ever seen. Want to see the best libero I've ever seen? We go to Manchester City. We sort it by position, and we look at Tyler Reid, who is, yeah, sometimes, yeah, pictures speak louder than words. He is absolutely outrageous. Other than maybe long shots and finishing ability, that guy has got it all. Yeah, pretty phenomenal. 19 passing. You've seen it. For a centre-back, there's a reason he cost £121 million from Tottenham to Manchester City. He is outrageous. Okay, into this game then. Pintado has got himself a suspension, so Guzman is going to come in. He's not exactly too bad. I was pretty comfortable with him starting for us today. Juan Jose has also picked up a little bit of an injury, a pulled groin, so he won't be able to feature. I think there's two options really. We either go for McGregor, who's probably the more likely. He's still like pretty good, like at this level. I think attribute-wise, his technicals aren't all there, but mentally and physically, yeah, they're solid. And then Doles is going to step out for Malon, who's going to make his way back into the side. I guess Aganovic, is he going to be in as well on the left wing? It was such a good performance last time out. I'm hesitant to change it, and he's not been phenomenal for me this season. So if there's one person I'm going to leave out, just with that in mind, it'll be him. Final change, of course, will be Jordi. It's coming in at left back, and the team still looks pretty strong. Of course, a couple of changes there, but in my opinion, we're getting slightly stronger. So let's go for it then. Submit the team. In we go then. Leicester away from home. At the is it King Power Stadium still? I always remember it as the Walkers, viewers. That's how old I am. Yeah, King Power Stadium. Let's see then. I don't know any of the players. I don't know why I'm looking, because it's literally the future. Here we go. We can qualify for the Europa League if we win this one, which I don't know if I should have said that as a positive thing, but here we are. All right then, keep an eye on what happens elsewhere. This is Manchester City's easiest game of the running. They play Burnley, so if Burnley in the relegation zone can take anything off them, be my guest, Burnley. Be my absolute guest. Here we are then. I know the way I expect us to play, work those wide areas, try and get Trout in behind if we can, and most importantly, be in control of the football match. That is, when we're not, it's so glaringly obvious where like our qualities don't come into it. As Trout there, it's a big opportunity for him. Probably should have scored 2 minutes in. That should be 1-0. We've got a corner anyway. I don't suspect that corner. That's it's going to be it's a throw in, viewers. Was it our throw? He ran it out. Fine with us. City take an early lead. I sit here waiting for them to fall apart, and they're just not. And it puts the pressure on us to keep winning, which, you know, when you're at the top of the league, that is kind of part of it. It's not that dissimilar to the Liverpool City race from a few years ago, as Run drew up into Trout. It's another big chance. It was a bit, he snapped it a little bit. First time shot. I think it's one of his traits, which makes sense, but I don't know, maybe should have done slightly better there, as a KCO's throw in. Not his best work. It might even provide Leicester the opportunity to break, but they've given it away. Randrup, Malon now. Lovely slid the ball forward. Randrup, loads of time. Walks there. Oh my word. We've had three. First 20 minutes. We've had three massive chances. And this would be so fair, wouldn't it, if we end up conceding here? We nod it back to knee very, very calmly from Malon. And, I mean, flicked on again. Oh, mate, if we don't win this now, it'll be very frustrating, because it feels like we could be 3-0 up after 20 minutes, and we're sitting here at 0-0. Ocasio, though, gets in brilliantly. I mean, we're creating a lot of chances. That is one thing that can be said for it. Trout tries to work something on this left side, doesn't quite come off. Malon again. Randrup, run at them, mate. Win a penalty or do something electrical. He's got 20 flair, remember. Do something magical. Ball played in towards Trout. Again, another shot blocked. And so far, 4 shots. We've seen them all. They're all been highlight worthy. That tells you everything you need to know, really. We suggest they're usually like half chance, clear-cut chance realms, as Leicester now trying to break forward and doing so expertly with a name that I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce, but Casey does brilliantly defensively. Making him a right back and getting away from him at centre back has been one of the smarter decisions we've made in this save, I have to say, as the ball back into Leicester. De Rose out to that right hand side. I definitely feel like I'm getting my groove back for videos, viewers. I feel in flow right now as the shot drifts wide by Leicester. Sometimes a time away and a little break, although it wasn't really like planned. It brings back a new energy. I'm for it. Speaking of new energy, Burnley, second half's coming up not too long away. Make something happen, please. Ball played in by Leicester. Does expertly to claim it. And now, again, he's launched it forward very, very quickly. Trout flicks onto Randrup, and this could be dangerous for Leicester. Randrup's got a lot of pace and usually more ability than that. It goes close, but again, another half chance, that one. I mean, we're doing quite well. The highlights, viewers, are fast and forthcoming, it must be said, as it goes back to knee again. We're playing very, very wide. You can see it's very difficult to pin us down in these situations. As Trout, this is surely the moment, is it not? I mean, the cheekiest of ways to do it. After all the way he's missed, that speaks of Trout, the confidence of him to step forward through the centre of the park. Brilliant pick up by Knee, by the way. That'll go under the radar, really, as Melon's ball forward is also excellent. And then Urban Trout, it's so outrageous. Just pass it in the net, mate, where the gaps are. But never mind, decides to dink him after 38 minutes. It's Thames 1, Leicester 0, and still at the Etihad 2-0 to the good now as they get a second goal of their game. But we will qualify for the Europa League, viewers. So, you know, every cloud. May even be the Champions League as well at the same time, which we'll find out. 1-0 though at half-time. It's been a very dominant display. Couple of decent chances for Leicester, but actually I think we've done quite well as we go in then for the second half, as Leicester go for a big looping goal kick out to that side. They've got two men forward, a little bit of support. The ball is almost very, very good in between two of our defenders as the ball's launched clear by Knee. It gives Leicester another chance maybe to come at us as that ball slid through, and Knee does excellently to kind of claim. Do you know what? I was very nervous there, but Knee did brilliantly. The clearance though, it was too quick. It was too rash. It was poorly selected, and for all of his good work, 2 minutes into the second half, Knee's let himself down. I saw some comments about Knee on yesterday's video. Yeah, maybe there'll have to be a summer change. But that was disappointing. I don't know. He makes so many like good quality saves, and then that happens, and it's as you could probably imagine, quite frustrating. Leicester though not done. McGregor, brilliant interception though, and now Urban Trout has got space to run into and support options. Works in loads of space. If you get past his man, brilliant defending from Rodriguez, came across expertly, but then Salatiel into McGregor again, and he's just looking at the way that this is building out right now. I mean, there's a ball in behind if Randrup plays it early. You've got Melon in support as well. Randrup's breaking forward. He finds Melon in support. It's a brilliant pick out, by the way, from Randrup. I mean, really, really good. Such value for money for that player. Unbelievable. And Melon, I mean, we hope so. Is it just Malon? It might just be Malon, by the way. I say Melon every time because there's a Y in it, but probably just Malon. Randrup, the pick out here, oh, it's so good. I mean, he's in space, but you've still got to do it, right? There's a defender in the way. The finish goes through the goalkeeper. 2-1, we'll take it. Burnley don't look like they're going to do us any favours. Elsewhere, I didn't quite catch what's happening with Liverpool and Thames right now, as the ball played in is comfortably kept, and it's a little moment for us here. Liverpool losing heavily to Southampton, and Thames drawing with Bristol City at the moment as Hector races his way forwards. Anything Urban Trout, Leicester can do too. I do feel like that was almost like, oh, you think you can do that to us? We'll do it back to you. A lovely little chip at that end again. Half an hour to go. It was good, but I don't see it again. We're going to do what we did in the last game. Go slightly more positive, try and apply a little bit more pressure. Might be slightly more difficult away from home. Got to be aware of that, as you know, the ball is being cleared. So I was nervous, and now I'm not so nervous as there's loads of space on that side. Well, he missed a big chance in the first half, and he was a bit slow to react in the second. Do we take him off? He's on a 6.5. We've got a superstar on the bench. I think we're going to make the change. Aganovic is going to come in as, again, half an hour to go. A corner to be played short. We've got 3 men in the box. One on the edge if he needs him. We find that man. Salatiel, I mean, it's been held up a little bit towards that back post. Took a little bit of space. Acacio. He's been prone to do that. He did one probably in like the first game of the season, second game of the season, and then he's done it again. It just was laid off perfectly to him. All he has to do was swing a leg at it. It's probably a bit harsh. He had to do quite a lot to beat the goalkeeper from there. You can just see it though, can't you? At this point, you're like, no way. Is he going to? But it's actually a glorious strike. Oh, perfectly. Where the spiders live, viewers. In the top corner. And back to 3-2. And still, we have to continue to apply the pressure on Manchester City. Thames FC, by the way, have had a man sent off. So their campaign is under threat. But that battle for the top 4 might become very, very interesting, especially when you consider who those teams play. Brilliant move. Oh, Salatiel. Got to finish it off. 20 minutes to go. You'd hope at this stage that the game can be won. I'm conscious of the fact that Melon has had a bit of an injury recently and might need to come off. If we get another goal, we might think about resting a couple of boys. Urban Trout pulls it back. He's missed the ball there in the middle. I don't know what's going on. We could bring on Doles. The thing is that he's on a 7.7. It's one of his best performances for us. So I think we keep him out there. Again, I'm trying to make some composed, logical decisions as we go forward. Urban Trout, it's another great ball in behind. Man, his movement is outrageous. He should score. We're going to waste time just a little bit, but stay positive. And then as the game sort of ticks beyond 80, we might switch it over a little bit, go to balanced, waste more time, basically, and hopefully we can get ourselves another goal in the process. Randrup, we've been everywhere today. Melon, how many shots have we had? How many clear-cut chances? 18, an XG of 3.33. it feels like it could have been a lot more than that, you've got to say. As the ball forward again, Acacio racing forward on this side, goes through his defender or player, whoever it was, but then loses out as that ball forward. And ain't going to cut it in this division, my friends. That's what we were so used to doing that when we were sort of a mid-table side. Randrup racing forward, loads of time, loads of space. It's a great stop by the goalkeeper. If we come away from this game without the win, I'm already going to go to balance now, I think. If we come out of this game without the win, I'm going to be so disappointed because we've absolutely dominated it. It's been so impressive from a team, again, and I keep saying it, and I'm sure it'll be memed upon at this point, that finished 11th last year. It's the jump and the rise is astronomical. It's that of Leicester almost. Maybe not quite as impressive, but it's still like crazy, really. As Leicester now bringing it forward. Hector has been causing problems all game, but Brazil's, blimey, you forget how good that man is. Really good defending from him. The clearance again, it's a little rushed from Knee, and if it leads to a goal, we're going to be absolutely devastated. Again, defended brilliantly. Ball's flicked forward. Leicester, though, clearly not done in this game. The ball's been knocked down. Knee's got to go big. They've chipped me again. I can't believe it. Marcos Vinicius, I'm not sure you can blame Knee for that one. There was a long passage of play beyond the clearance. But they've chipped me again. I think we're going to have to go back to wasting no time and going positive, because the reality is, as much as we're hoping Manchester City drop points at some stage, we also need to probably win at the same time. The 5-point gap with 4 games to go, no matter how hard their games are, ours are equally difficult. There doesn't seem to be a breakthrough anywhere around the corner. I don't know what you do here. Do you bring someone on just for fresh leg purposes? I don't know if it's worth it. Oh dear, the attacking players are attacking already. There's not much to change. If there's to be a goal, viewers, it's going to be memorable, but it's not to be. And similar to the Thames game, Leicester positionally are quite similar. The performance was excellent. How can I criticise the performance? I kind of want to see the match stats on the game and see how many clear cuts we had, how many half chances we had. Maybe not necessarily in comparison, I'm just curious for our own sake. As the media reaction, I can't imagine is going to be all too kind. That is a game that has got away from us. There's no other way of looking at it. Burnley, by the way, with a 94th minute goal, could have done us a huge favour. And now, with these final few games, we've got a challenge, basically. City are up next. So if there's anything to help our cause, beating them tomorrow will be crucial. It may well be a season-deciding game. Of course, if they beat us, they know at that point they will have won the league. It'll be uncatchable, pretty much. If it's not already, it'll be very, very close. I think 8 points with 3 to go. So terrifying, really. We'll send our assistant back off to that. Again, I just want to go back and check how many clear cuts we had. It felt like we had an awful lot. I'm just curious to see the whole match stats, if possible. How do you even do? Oh, there we are. Match stats. We had 4 clear-cut chances, 2 half chances to their 1 clear-cut chance, and an XG that was pretty high. We probably should have won it. Maybe we could have gone defensive a little quicker, but they scored some cheeky goals and we couldn't keep them out. If you enjoyed the video, do drop a like on it. Thank you to everyone that subscribed yesterday. There was quite a few new people having me said it. So thank you so much. Again, racing down towards that 100,000 mark. Can we do it for my birthday? We've got 2 weeks. Do you reckon we can do it for 2 weeks? We'll have with care then. For me to mention until next time, I'll see you again very, very soon. City tomorrow. Don't forget, 5 PM. I'll see you for it. Goodbye.